a city without a name, on a day like any other, a man lost his sight at a traffic light. The light turned green, cars honked, but he didn't move. Confused, he whispered, "I can't see," but he didn't fall into darkness. He fell into light, blinding, milky white, as if the world had turned to milk. He was the first. A man offered to help him get home, but he wasn't kind. He stole the blind man's car, and fate, it didn't forget. Hours later, the thief went blind. That's how it began. The blindness spread. Fast, silent, like wind carrying seeds. A boy with a squint, a girl in dark glasses. The thief, a doctor. One by one, they were swallowed by white. No one knew why. It wasn't a virus, not madness, not disease, just blindness. Only one person didn't go blind, the doctor's wife. She lied to the authorities, said she was blind, just to stay beside her husband. She followed her husband into the unknown. The government acted quickly, too quickly. They gathered the newly blind and locked them inside an abandoned asylum, a quarantine, or a prison. Soldiers guarded the gates. They shouted, "Anyone who tries to escape will be shot." Inside, there were no doctors, no help, just filth, fear, and light that felt like darkness. People stumbled, cried, toilets overflowed, the air stank. The doctor's wife, the only one who could see, watched humanity unravel. Blindness wasn't the only thing spreading. Desperation grew. Then came cruelty. In one ward, a blind man found a gun. That was all it took. He and his gang hoarded food. First, they demanded valuables, then bodies. They made the women trade flesh for food. Even in the dark, some became monsters. The doctor's wife watched, until she couldn't. One day, she took a kitchen knife, walked into the tyrant's room, and slit his throat. The gun's voice fell silent, but the world was still broken. A fire broke out, screaming, chaos. The blind ran, through flames, through the gates. The soldiers, gone. The guards had fled. Outside, the city had collapsed. No lights, no radios, no sirens. Just the shuffle of blind feet in the ash. The doctor's wife led a small group through the ruins. Her husband, the girl in dark glasses, the boy with the squint, the man who first went blind, and his wife. They followed her, one hand on the shoulder ahead. She fed them, bathed them, culled them when they wept. In a ruined supermarket, they found spoiled food. In a looted pharmacy, nothing. They drank from fountains, slept on floors. They spoke softly in the dark, and slowly became a family. Blindness had taken everything, but showed them what they'd forgotten, how to care. Then, it rained. Not just rain, something more, like forgiveness. They stood beneath it, laughing, letting it wash away the dirt, the shame, the silence. For a moment, they weren't blind. They were alive. They found a small apartment, a sanctuary. The doctor's wife cleaned the floors, hung sheets to dry, gave them back dignity, one quiet gesture at a time. She never asked for thanks. She only wanted them to survive. And then, one morning, it happened. The first man to go blind opened his eyes. He saw the ceiling. One by one, the others followed. Not all at once, but like dawn crawling over a mountain. They wept, not from joy, but from memory, because what they had lived could never be unseen. And the doctor's wife, who had carried them all, finally cried. Not because she could see, but because now they all could. They went to the church. The statues were still there, but all the holy eyes had been painted white. Maybe someone was saying, God is blind too. Or maybe it was a warning, because blindness isn't just about losing sight. It's about losing compassion, losing truth, losing each other. And now that they could see again, one question remained. Would they remember what they learned in the dark? The doctor's wife looked over the broken city and whispered, I don't think we went blind. I think we are blind. Blind but seeing, Blind people who can see, but do not.